All right. I am back. I guess I got cut off after I said a certain word that I'm not going to repeat again. I was referring to a German style jacket that Ashley Walters was wearing. Seems like Manson forced her to wear that. And we all know the word. So I'm just going to say German jacket and German knife. I'm sorry if that's insulting for anybody from Germany. But the reason I can't say the word is because every time I say the word, I get caught off. So I'm not going to say it. Sorry. I hope you could. Hope you're okay with that. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm reading the second part of Ashley Walters to refresh and for context. Ashley Walters is the one that crossing my legs. Ashley Walters is the one that it was the assistant, personal assistant, and best friends with Esme Bianco and side with Bianco and the rest of the witches. And decide last minute in 2021 that she was gonna add to the mess. Ashley Walters accused him of sexual assault, sexual battery, distress, emotional distress, and also accuse him of using his fame and his money to bully her or just stop her from just working and doing what she's supposed to be doing. That one's really strange. So it's emotional abuse, it's sexual abuse, it's sexual battery. I'm not gonna say the R word, but Ashley case, there's no case, okay? There's no case until there's a court hearing. Um, you show up or your lawyer shows up. Otherwise, there's no case. There's a filing. Everybody can file. I always say, you can go file tomorrow, whenever you want to file. So this filing is strange because she had all the people to it. There's an actor there. There's a friend. The Manson is kind of pimping Ashley to his friend. So there's all the people in there, which is weird because she's gonna have to prove all this stuff. So I'm not gonna stop talking about it until they all get dismissed, just for your information. So if I get caught off, I know exactly the words that I said. So I just don't say the words next time. And this is not me being a chicken. It's just that I want us to be able to read this in peace without getting caught every time I say that word. So not only is the R word, but also there's another word that now we can't say. Or at least I can't say. I don't know what's up with it. So I'm sorry that you left, Tammy. I wish that you were here. Eileen as well, and Johnny. Johnny, you're sleeping. I don't know where you are. I feel neglected. I feel abused. I'm jogging around and messing around. Okay, so second part of Ashley Walters. We get to the part that he's taking pictures of her. I don't know why, because she's supposed to be the photographer, but for some reason he's taking pictures of her. Somebody said that Manson is always taking pictures of girls, of women. So it's not that strange, but I find it strange because she's not a model. She's so not his type. Sorry about it. That's the truth. But okay, let's just pretend this is happening. So taking pictures of her, and he asked her to wear a certain German style jacket and wet her hair with water and put on heavy black eyeliner. What a monstrosity to ask somebody to do. And wear smeared, messed up red lipstick. Okay. So he wants her to just look all messed up for his pictures, allegedly. Manson ordered Walters to remove all her clothing except her underwear and keep the German jacket on. Get into the bed with an actor who is also part of the video shoot. I don't know what she's trying to do, but I hope she's not trying to do what I think. And the actor is who I think it is, or who might be. Maybe she just can add names for liability, but she's adding somebody else to it. There's a certain actor that he allegedly was just like kind of pimping her to it. It's like, well, now that you dress like this, and I sexualize you, and I'm using you as a weapon pretty much to pimp you out to my friend. Allegedly, this is what she's saying. Okay, this is what she's saying. I am not making a commentary of like an interview, whatever. I'm just reading the court filing, and this is what she's saying in there. To me, it's bizarre, it's silly, and it's out of the Twilight Zone or X Files. But okay, so she's dressed like this with a jacket, naked, only a jacket, black eyeliner, and she's in bed with this actor. Again, there is no forcing her to the bed with the actor. There's no forcing her to wear the jacket. Okay, it doesn't say here that he hit her and put the jacket on her on purpose by force. So she put the jacket on, supposedly, and got in the bed with this actor. My theory is if this happens, she was so messed up, drunk or high, and she didn't mind doing any of this. And a lot of these women are accusing him of something that maybe they did, but they are ashamed that they did. So this kind of sounds like it. I think I lost you, Tammy and Eileen. And that sucks. I just have to leave for a moment. But I try not to leave. I was going to leave on my own, but then I got caught. And it's not because it was an hour. I got caught because I said that word. Hey, my hair looks good. I don't care. I'm just going to keep going. All right. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to say what I want to say. And this is part of the reason I'm doing this. Okay. The reason that everybody on YouTube is doing this. So let's keep doing it until they all get dismissed. I do believe that it's going to happen. I think that we have to have patience. We've been kind of like all over the place. Even on Instagram, there's pages, Manson innocent pages, fighting with other Manson pages. It's so ridiculous, and I don't think it's cool. So we're all on the same page. Then we gotta be on the same page. Otherwise, we just don't fit the book. I just made that up, by the way. But no, but for real, same page. No arguing, no. Disclaimer again, I am not saying this stuff doesn't happen to women and men. Mostly happens to women, let's be honest. But I'm not going to sit here and just feel sorry for people that I don't know, okay? And they're not showing me any evidence. They're lying. There's already one lie, a big lie, saying that he's being investigated by the FBI when he's not. So they're just trying to put ideas in your head. So I'm going to just read this and treat it as they are, liars. So I'm not siding with abusers, men or women. I know what that feels like. I know what that looks like. And this, to me, in my humble opinion, does not look like that. All right. And if you ever do this to somebody, because you have to, because you feel in danger, get a restraining order first, and then just get evidence. Girl, take pictures of yourself, or boys, get evidence. First restraining order, because that's when we start taking seriously this restraining order. Okay, very easy to do. And then when you get to the point of taking somebody to court, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever it happened to be, there is a paper trail of stuff that you've been trying to do. Restraining order, keeping text messages, taking pictures. You gotta know better. You gotta know your worth, and you gotta know better than to be in this dumb situation, famous or not. Just please, like just please. And if you need help, ask for help. You don't have to deal with the cops. A lot of people don't want to deal with the cops because of reasons. There's a lot of people you can talk to. They're not cops, and they will help you out. Don't gossip. When I say talk to people, I don't mean to say gossip, but that's the worst advice ever. I mean just talk to people that are in power, social workers, hospital doctors, therapists, and just make it happen. If you really want to get somebody your back because you're scared. So I'm not saying this doesn't happen. I'm just saying I don't think this happens to her. So I keep saying that, and I'm going to really try hard not to say bad words. I'm saying the F word every 2 minutes, and YouTube doesn't care, but I say one word, and then it's a big deal. Probably because they know that there's something behind it, there's something to it. But, I don't do paranoia. I don't do guilt either. So I really don't feel bad. about it. I felt bad because somebody was watching and then they left because I left. So I hope that you come back and you watch this later. Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, so jacket on, naked, lipstick, black eyeliner, in the bed with this older guy who is not Manson. Okay. The video should involve images being projected into Walter's body and the actor while Walters was kissing him. Again, not forced to kiss him. However, as she moved slightly on the bed, she realized that the actor had unzipped his pants and touching his under the blankets. So she's on the bed. She's like, bro, what's up? He's right here. Open his underwear, his pants. It just seems like part of a video that he will do, you know. And it seems like she was just acting in the video. It doesn't seem that she was just like forced, tied up, or there was a cage around her, so she had to be on the video. That's what I understand about this chick. Seriously. So there's another person here. So unless she's willing to say who this is, and I hope it's not who I think, then why mention it? You know, we got a problem. You need to be accusing that guy. You need to be fighting a court order against that dude, the dude in the bed with the zipper. If anything, and became clear. This is so dramatic. Became clear to Ashley and Manson that either planned or was aware that the actor was touching himself because he told Ashley to help the actor, which we know what that probably meant. You know, he was in a state of excitement. So he said, help me. Okay. Instead, Ashley attempted to diffuse the situation. I don't know why she didn't attempt to diffuse the situation an hour ago, but now she attempted to diffuse the situation by making small talk. Mind you, she was naked. A small talk while she hurried to get dressed. Okay, cool. Now, this makes a little bit of sense. Then she attempted to leave the room. The actor threw her against the wall and roughly shoved his tongue into her mouth. I hope I can say the word tongue, YouTube. Is she's fighting against that other dude? Because that guy did it. Like, Manson is supposed to be taking pictures of this, or maybe he's in the bathroom. So if you're not going to fight against this guy, actor, that allegedly threw you against the wall, what are you putting Manson on it? Like, why? And at the same time this is happening, supposedly in May 2010, it's the same time, check this out, it's the same time that Esme allegedly was being abused. So you're going to tell me that Ashley was just sitting around looking pretty, modeling and taking pictures while her best friend was being abused or in trouble. If that happened, then Ashley is as guilty as Manson, you know what I mean? So I don't know, like, why she put herself in this pickle with this filing. Then it makes her look super guilty. Guilty of lying under oath, perjury, and guilty of witnessing stuff and not doing anything about it. If that happened, allegedly, which I don't think it did. So she was against the wall, okay, and sorry, I'm reading really fast. It became clear around the planet. So then she was trying to do small talk, but the actor put it against the wall in a rough way, roughly. Okay. Defendant praised Walter for being so amazing during the shoot, and he liked that the actor was attracted to her. So supposedly Manson is saying, you are great on the shoot, and you guys have chemistry. This shoot is great. You're great. Again, Ashley was again both pleased but scared, proud and conflicted of her work and incredibly traumatized by what occurred. But she was still excited because she was getting a good gig job, right? The line between artistic expression and flat out abuse felt confusing and blurry to Ashley. Oh my God. This is a novel, seriously. Okay, so plaintiff have learned the defendant was bragging to the actor that he could get plaintiff to sleep with him if he really wanted to. Kind of like he was pimping her out. Because, Manson is this pimp, allegedly. During the weeks that follow the video shoot, the defendant continued to tell Walters how much he loved her work. The defendant was overly effused in praising Walters and very confused. His expert manipulation was both calculated and effective. It was effective because she was kind of being brainwashed, supposedly. Walters pushed away the thoughts about the abuse, so she endured while in defendant's physical presence, so she was working with him. She pushed away the thoughts about the abuse, and she decided to keep working with him over and over. We're in August 2010. That happened, supposedly allegedly happened in May. So May, June, and July, in some of part of August, she's like, well, this happened, but I'm also excited because I'm getting this job. Girl, that's just so weird. I believe a lot of stuff. These bizarre things I'm seeing. But this is just beyond weird and silly and not believable. Then a person can just think of themselves so low that they're going to be okay, well, this is all happening to me, but I'm going to stay because I want the job. It's just very strange. At this point, Manson was manipulated Ashley to the point that she unconsciously ignored the red flags. Unconsciously, she knew it could have been an incredible opportunity to work for him, to become involved in the creative entertainment field. One day would not like be to come around again. So she took the opportunity. So she accepted the position, which is personal assistant. To this whole time until this part, she was not working for him. She was like posting and hanging out. Supposedly, allegedly. I just don't understand how the timeline. I'm gonna have to go to TMZ and look this up. If you go to TMZ website and you Google Marilyn Manson, I hate TMZ, but I gotta admit that they are helpful with this type of paparazzi thing because they have timestamps. Go to TMZ and look at Manson. Search for Marilyn Manson. Don't put Manson, but Marilyn Manson. And you get videos from 2010 of Lindsay, his wife now, and Manson walking around Hollywood Boulevard. Ashley having a blast. Open the doors from him, walking around, get in the elevator, laughing. And that was Lindsay there with him. That wasn't Ashley Morgan. That wasn't. So it's very strange how he managed to be with all these women in like 3 months. Weird. And Ashley is there, doesn't seem stressed out at all. And also, let's not forget that Ashley.
First, you'll have to unlock your device.
I'm sorry. Google's out of control.
These are the top results.
So let's not forget that Ashley Walters and Esme Bianco were drunk and high and crashed Manson's car. Okay. And I think the reason they didn't go to the police is because they were messed up. And nobody wants to deal with the police when they're drunk. So, but they crashed his car. Like, what the hell? And he didn't even do anything about it. He was like, okay, probably dealt with it. There was no fighting of him complaining about the crashing the car. But now we know that they crashed his car. So what the personal assistant does that? How professional are you that you just get in his car and you just go in there, crash it because you're drunk with your best friend? Just strange, man. Who's there? Hmm? Tell me, are you back? I went out, put my hair down, came back, everybody left. I think they cut me off because I said the word again. I'm going to try really hard not to say it. I'm in a good mood today. I'm reading this well of what I think I'm doing well. So I'm not gonna just leave it for tomorrow. I'm gonna keep doing it until there's not much to do on Ashley Walters. But I keep getting caught. Every time I say the word that relates to German style outfits and knives. I have to say German army from now on. So she got the job, right? Which is pretty much the same as a 24/7 thing. She knew it could have been a clear opportunity. So she accepted the position. Okay, so she got the gig to be assistant From May to August, there was no job. She was just hanging out with him and same time allegedly being abused. So anyway, however, after accepting the position, Ashley was informed by the defendant, the manager of the defendant was difficult to please. So the manager, which I think is Tony Q, let's just talk about, say, hey, Manson is really hard to please, so do whatever he's asking you to do. She's saying that that happened. Walters was told at the start that she would receive 1 month of severance pay by her employment. The employment with the defendant did not last longer than 1 year. So if she worked for less than 1 year, they're gonna pay her even the same amount as she was working for 1 year. Did you get that part? I did because it's completely freaking bizarre. So this is the best gig ever, if you ask me. For somebody who's not married, doesn't have children, doesn't do much with her life, like she doesn't go to school or anything, working for Manson, for anybody in that field. Um, uh, you know, during the nighttime and sleep during the day, because later she says that traveling the world, I don't know what's really bad about it. She obviously never had like a real regular job because if this was bad, and mind you, this is what she wanted to do because she says she was a photographer. She admired him for years. It was kind of like a hero to her. She got the job with her hero, okay, and she's getting paid a year in advance because she's saying that he's so hard to please. The management said, "Hey, if you don't last a year, you're still gonna get paid as you work for 1 year." I never heard that before, but I don't know everything. Nobody does. But I don't think that happened at all. Um, so she was required to spend the vast majority of the time with Manson in his apartment. And her workday typically began from 5 p.m. We all know this, 5 p.m. and continue through the duration of the night until like 4 a.m. We know this is what he does. He said it in interviews 100 times. It's no secret. People work at night. He's one of those people. So if she was working from 5 p.m. to like 4 a.m., she got plenty of time to just rest, do other stuff. She make it sound that she was there for 24/7 on the dark, cold apartment. So dramatic. So Manson maintained a peculiar and disorientated, so she was very dizzy in his house, home, and workplace. The interior of the home was covered in graffiti, blood, and inappropriate phrases and pictures. All the furniture through the house and workplace was black. This is not true at all. And there's pictures from this famous photographer, I can't get the name, that took pictures of Manson in his house. And there's blue walls, red walls, and the kitchen's red. It doesn't seem so dark, but anyway, so the blood on the walls, really, like what type of psychopath does that and then invites people over to see the blood on the walls, and she could have taken pictures of that for the future if that was on the walls, which I don't think it was. To taking pictures for evidence. Like, girl, come on. Like, you go there, you go to anybody's house, even if you're working, you see blood on the walls, and you don't get the hell out of there. How did she knew it was blood? Did she taste it? She smelled it? How you know it's blood? I'm seeing people having some weird stuff, weird decorations, like Halloween, like fake blood, fake whatever. How you know that it's blood? Because you're making it up. Because the rooms were so dark. The rooms were dark with a few dim lit lamps as the only source for light. As a result, Ashley and other employees, I think she's talking about the other employees now, use flashlights to find their way around the residence. So they're going like kind of X-Files. I'm at the beginning of X-Files. Every time in every episode, they go like, they use, modern scholar using the flashlights. That's very X-Files. So that's what Ashley was doing. She was walking around his apartment with a flashlight because she's saying allegedly that it was really dark and cold. The furniture was black too. What's wrong with black furniture? My bed is black. I'm not showing my bed. My bed is black. My curtains in the other room are black. I am not some type of psycho because I have black furniture. So I don't know what's up with that. It's just bizarre. Now we're gonna get to the AC. 65 degrees, okay? The thunder would explode in anger and scream if anybody touched the thermostat and try to change the AC because he wanted a 65 degrees. This in LA, you kind of have to have it as probably a 70, but he wanted 65. His house, his decision to have the AC at 65. Um, I don't think that is absolutely true. I know a couple of interviews he said that he keeps his house cold because he's inspired by Elvis Presley. Elvis had the same problem. He was always like sweating and intoxicated or just sweating and working a lot. So, and they say that his room was on 60 degrees. It's Elvis. And Manson said before that David Bowie and Elvis are his major influences. So he was trying to do an Elvis thing right there. And maybe he was just cold, but he dealt with it because he always wore black. He was sweating because he was not sober. He's always wearing black. Turn the AC on to 65 degrees. Like, I do 69. So I am 4 degrees away from being a total psychopath, allegedly. 65 is bad. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's chilly, but it's not freezing. But also, the flashlight. She's walking around with flashlights. She's dizzy. Apartment's black, furniture's black, walls are black. I've been in house. I'm have black furniture. I mean, all right, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Anyway, oh my God, it's already midnight. Tammy, are you there? Tammy, Tammy's not there. Johnny's not there. Eileen is not there. I left the live and then I didn't. I took like 5 minutes, came back and hopefully this stays put until later and it doesn't just get caught or just turns down like it happened before. If it gets glitchy and impossible to watch or to listen to, then I do a video. This to me is more fun and it looks better. But if you've been watching, you're watching, still watching, then you're freaking awesome. So keep watching so you know exactly what the filing looks like. And this is public domain. I am not making it up. You go and search for it, you find it on TMZ. This is Ashley Walters accusing Marilyn Manson. 6 accounts of things, 6 damages. She's asking for damages of 6 different things, accusations. So you can find this out there, or you can just, listen to the videos, watch, listen, whatever. I'd rather do this. Read the filing. It's way more entertaining to me, and it kind of keeps it in perspective. And until she's dismissed, Ashley Waters, I'm gonna keep reading it. And later, I come back with Ashley Morgan. Promise you that. That one is not that fun to read and not that complicated like this one, but it is way more simplistic because you know. So it keeps happening, okay? He keeps telling her to take all the clothes off. She keeps doing it. She's confused, but she's still doing it. She has a job, but she's at the same time confused and unconsciously like just made this mess up. All right. Definitively creating an atmosphere. Manson created atmosphere that was isolating and became refusing to allow Ashley to visit family. All right. This is simply not true. There are pictures of her on her Instagram of her traveling to Asia, traveling to Hawaii with Esme Bianco, traveling all over the place. Probably when he was on tour, she was with him. If she was allowed to travel like that, then she was allowed to see her family. Like, I don't believe that for a second. In and around September 2010, at the Spike TV Awards in LA, an intoxicated Manson pushed Walters onto the lap of an actor and bragged that he could have her if he wanted to. The actor proceeded to kiss Ashley and keep her on his lap. Manson, allegedly, she's saying, commonly offered Ashley up to his influential industry friends, associates, and actors. So he kind of was pimping her, allegedly. I don't know why she's not filing, not suing the other people. If the other people abuse her as well, like she said, why is it just on him? She's like adding a lot of other players to the narrative. So sue all of them if you're going to. If you're really hurt about what happened, you're not suing the strangers because they're nobodies with no name, and it gets you more money to sue him instead. I think that's what it is. But she's adding people to the party. She's saying that she was passed around. So in around 2010, defendant once again offered Walters again to an industry friend musician. I don't know who that is. This director musician grabbed her Rabash repeatedly through the night, and once they returned to Manson's apartment, he cornered her and shoved his hand up her skirt while covering her mouth. All right. This is another person that did this to her. And this person is not named and it's not being sued probably. So I don't know why she's doing that. Why she's not suing everybody who ever allegedly abused her. The family routinely encouraged and promoted and expected Ashley to please his friends in whatever they desired. The family heavily relied on Walter's presence for his personal assistant work. Additionally, she believed it would garner favor from the defendant and fear of loss of opportunities and money. So she's very much like staying because she doesn't want to lose her job and her money. But like trust, if that's happening to you, there's no amount. There's, at least from my humble opinion, there's no amount of money is going to make you stay. So also, now we're going to go with a gun, which is something that Love Bailey and Chloe Black also said. So, we're trying to merge all of them and copy and paste so we sound more believable. Now, there's going to be a gun embedded in the story. During this period, the defendant first showed plaintiff a video he made disguising his abuse to other people. We showed defendant stripping a woman down, again, no name, and whipping her until she screamed and cried. He also put a gun on the girl in the video. So he's showing Ashley this stuff, kind of to scare her, I guess. Defendant repeatedly played the video for Ashley over and over. Ashley later learned that the girl in the video was an alleged minor at the time the video was made. Again, more BS. The defendant regularly engaged in threatening behavior towards Ashley. On one occasion, Walters locked herself in defendant's room. The apartment had supposedly one room. It's like an old big room, and the bedroom, and then a studio. They call it the cage, recording studio, with no locks on the door. So what do you mean she locked herself in the room? It's all open, like it's a loft style apartment. There is no room. Maybe she locked herself in the bathroom is one thing, but she locked herself in the room, and he couldn't open the door of his own room. Why she will lock herself in a place that she knows he will be able to open? Defendant regularly engaged in any behavior, scary behavior towards Ashley. And one occasion, Ashley locked herself in the defendant's room, blah, 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 and he broke down the door. Okay. When she refused to open it. Allegedly, right? I have to keep saying that. This part is funny. Manson also openly spoke about gang activity. He was involved in gang activity and his ability to destroy lives and even have people killed if he wanted to. This is a big accusation, dude. You're accusing somebody or like saying that he can get people killed. It's beyond. It's just beyond. So Manson was saying, "Oh, I'm affiliated with this gun. These gangs. They're gonna work for me. If I ask them, I can have people kill and I can destroy their lives." This is what Ashley was saying allegedly to. They were talking about this, I guess, and through this, mind you, she was still there working for him, and it doesn't say anywhere that he was forcing her to stay there. If people were going in and out, why she didn't go in and out? the place because she didn't want to lose opportunities, future opportunities. Come on. Um, yeah. So Manson, has knows gangs in LA and he's a pimp and all that. So Manson ordered his employees to stay, damaging offensive things, or wear the German jacket. I'm not gonna say the word, the German style jacket and German paraphernalia, while he recorded them so that he would have collateral in the event of they spoke out against him. He also broke into his employees' personal computers in hopes of finding damaging information. Dude, he even said it many times that he doesn't even know how to type. But besides that, he might just be exaggerating when he said that. Um, this is kind of to tie to Evan. Evan talking about the German paraphernalia. Evan talking about her testimony that he got into her email and her Twitter. So that's what Ashley's trying to do, you know. So just to cite and just to be copy and paste type of thing. So Ashley Manson routinely, almost every day, told Ashley that he wanted to kill women. This is just not funny anymore, Ashley, okay? That he was involved with. He fantasized with that. That is taken out of context from that interview that he shouldn't have said that maybe when he was making that joke that he went to the K word, Evan. So that's what she's doing. She watched a couple interviews and that's what she's doing. She's just getting it like totally out of context. So she's saying that not only he was affiliated with gangs and have guns, but also he wanted to kill. Oh, I said the word. He wanted to end the lives of his exes, all of them, supposedly. One more than one occasion, this one is funny as well, if not just very, very X Files, very dramatic. And one more than one occasion, I don't know how many is that. One more can be only two, or can be 20. Ashley snuck food and drinks into the guest bathroom. Guess what? Who she snacked the food to give the food to? Girlfriend of Richard Wood and Esme Bianco, who were afraid to leave the room, the bathroom. My God. This is like some Disney stuff. Like Ashley is this like superhero that she's sneaking food to feed Esme and Evan. They're hiding in the bathroom. Well, he's witnessing all this and he's not doing anything about it. If he's so mad, he's this monster. He's just letting this happen. Don't you think that's weird? And so they're both in the bathroom. Evan Rail Good and Esme Bianco in the bathroom, locked because they're scared of him. And Ashley, as a good God fairy superhero that she is, she's like giving them food and water. Because if you're in the bathroom, you just cannot drink water from the sink. You need somebody to bring you water. Like, see that I'm just pretend this happened and I'm just going into this is like the logical way I can do it. Because I'm not gonna sit here and talk crap about the way they look, which other people do that. I'm not gonna talk about the plastic surgery. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna read it and try to kind of pretend that it happened and show you what makes no sense from a point of view of a woman and a person who knows a little bit about this. So yes, Disney, Disney, Disney. So Ashley's going, here, do you want some food and feeding Esme and Evan in the bathroom? My God. On one occasion, December 2010, they were not even together. He was with Lindsay. You can go to TMZ and find paparazzi video. He is with Lindsay in November walking around. How did he manage to be with all these women in like 3 months? It's just Ashley witnessed defendant throw a prop skull, like a prop for a movie, to really hard Evan Richard Wood that it left a large raised welt on her stomach. She's doing that so she can put Evan on it. It's obvious. Ashley was often required to go with Manson in various personal work trips. Yes, you are the personal assistant. You go on trips with him. On these trips, she witnessed defending constant degradation of many females. So, seems like he keeps doing this, right? Cannot be stopped. You were going on trips with him, that you were not locked in the apartment. How come you couldn't figure to see your family if you were going on trips? Like, seriously, that is just part of what is really hard for us to believe this. I'm gonna leave this here because I've been going for more than almost an hour, 40 minutes before I get caught again by these people. So then she jumps to in June 2011, defendant and girlfriend Bianco end the relationship. Esme texts Ashley to tell her to get out of the house because she knew the Manson would be dangerous to both of them. See how they're just, my gosh. As a result, Ashley left the house and picked up Bianco. And that's when they crashed the car. That's the part they're not telling you. So Esme texts her, say, like, get out of there. He's dangerous. Ashley allegedly got out of there. They're not telling you that they jumped in his car. There's pictures of that. Crashed the car because they were, I think, drunk. It's stressed out, I guess, about whatever. That evening, both Waters and Bianco were distressed over the defendant's state of mind. Bianco was fearful of the defendant's reaction to the breakup as he had been abusive for months. In July 2011, defendant discovered the plaintiff was with Bianco when she got into the car accident. They call it car accident, which I don't know. Let's just say allegedly car accident. He was furious the plaintiff was with his ex-girlfriend hanging out that evening, abruptly terminating their employment. So he was like, hey, it's my girlfriend. You're hanging out. You crashed my car. You completely destroyed my car. So now he fired her, supposedly. We're getting about 1 year and a half of her job now. Approximately 1 week later, defendant rehire Walter, so he rehired her. Initially lure her back in, convince her, groom her back in. Walter's back into employment by telling her that he loved her and considered her family. Defendant promised that he would change his behavior and things would get better. However, within 2 weeks, the honeymoon period was over and defendant continued to rape women, except for Walters, on a regular basis. That's pretty much it. So, she tried to leave 3 times that I'm counting, and he told her, well, come back. I'm going to change. And she came back, if we're going to believe this. 3 times in 1 year. That's a lot of misbehaving. And a lot of your boss treating you like shit. And you just keep going back because you want the connections. Because this is your hero. You admire him. And because you want to have a future. This is what she's saying. Like, even that part makes no sense because he's not the only person in LA that she can work for. She's making it sound like, ooh, who's there? Tammy, are you back? Who was there? I came back for the second part because when I was reading the first part, I got cut off because I said one word. And I know it was that word. So from now on, I'm going to say German jacket. German paraphernalia, German knife. Because when I said the other word, everything just like went down, even the chat. So I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to just say that. So now I cannot say that word and another word. You can say horrible things on YouTube and accusing people of horrible stuff and lie, but you cannot say certain words. And it wasn't even the R word. It was another word that refers to certain type of style that people wore in the 1940s. Let's put it that way. Okay, so the employment was terminated in October 2011 for the second and final time. Following his termination, defendant continued to make threats to her, accuse her of stealing artwork from his home, and hacked into her Facebook account. This is put there so you related to when Evan testimony, she was saying, he hacked my account, he hacked my Twitter account, blah, blah. This is just to make people dizzy and just get the media to tie everything up, even if it doesn't make any damn sense. So you go and like, oh, it was the German knife, the German jacket. He made Esme and Evan and Ashley Walters wore that. Oh, he hacked into the Twitter and to their Facebook. There's at least two of them saying that. It's just all, the only one thing that is different from Ashley Walters is, first of all, that she wasn't the girlfriend, she was an assistant. Second of all, that she's mentioning all the dudes, all the guys in his apartment, and um, abusing her supposedly. And I wonder if she's suing those people too. And another thing about her that is interesting is that at that time, all the people allegedly were being abused. So Ashley was just sitting there, taking pictures, taking selfies, and posting them on Instagram. They weren't going to believe that she was there to begin with, or we're going to believe that he did anything wrong. So then Ashley is guilty as fuck for just staying and not doing anything. Also, she's guilty of crashing his car with Esme Bianco because they were both drunk, allegedly. I'm going to keep saying it. If they were not drunk, they were just messing around and having fun, and they crashed his car. It don't matter how they crashed his car. Okay. And they're not even sorry, probably. How Waters did not discover circumstances sufficient to put her on notice of potential causes of action until the fall of 2020, when the other ones started posting on Instagram. So I don't think Ashley Walters was like scheming this from 2010. I think that she just saw the opportunity and she jumped on the boat when she saw the Instagram post from Esme, Evan, and Morgan, and Chloe Black, which is Jane Doe. So until this one gets dismissed, I am going to keep talking about her. Even if I have to come back because I said one bad word, supposedly I can say all the words. They're way more dark and problematic. But there was one word that I said got me cut. So I'm sorry that I had to cut the last video. So yeah, I don't know why she's not getting dismissed or close to be dismissed, or maybe they are and they don't want us to know. But I'm not gonna stop until she does. This is Ashley Walters. For anybody that gets here later, the backstabbing assistant. So discovery rule. Okay, this is kind of like when they resume everything. Item I 80. I read 80 items. Walter did not discover the circumstances sufficient to put her notice. Victimized by defendant. So she didn't. What they're trying to say is that she didn't realize this was happening to her until 2020. The support group included several defendant ex-girlfriends such as Wood, Bianco, Ashley Morgan, Smith line. Ashley Morgan Smith line. It was during these meetings, gossip, I call it, that Ashley realized the extent of her experience and that she suffered during her employment was not only traumatic but unlawful. Through her involvement into the support group, the coven, I call it, Ashley learned about a whole new side to Manson's manipulative behavior. The stories shared by multiple survivors involved in the group reveal a common thread of Manson's horrific abuse behavior. Several of the women reveal they have been sexually abused, are, we're going to say sexual crimes. I think that word is fine, right? Emotional abuse as well, allegedly. Several of the women reveal that they have been physically and mentally. Okay. Then she mentions Sarah McNeil. I'm not going to make a video on Sarah because it will be like 2 minutes. She mentions Chloe Black, which was the Jane Doe that just got dismissed for two videos ago that I did. She mentions Scarlett Capella, another. Love Bailey. I made a video on Love Bailey. Love Bailey is the one that talks about the portals and how Manson was doing these paintings in the corners and trying to open portals to hell. That's Love Bailey. Musician Phoebe, musician Ellie Roswell, musician Spencer Rollins. Okay. Complaint for damages. Fancy word for cash, like I always say. So this is what she wants. She wants a trial by jury, which I don't think is a good idea because we know what people think about him. So I hope it doesn't happen. Um, I think they're just doing this to kind of scare him and put these ideas in our head that he deserves this. He deserves to be punished. A trial by jury is just ridiculous. Like nobody does that in it. This is not a criminal suit. This is a civil. So you don't do that. You don't go. You don't do that. So the cause of action, first cause of action. Alleges incorporated by reference to I am not going to read the civil code numbers. It's just ridiculous. Go from the civil code 51. I'm not reading fast because I'm just going to skip it. Um, all right, that's about it. So pretty much, I'm just going to go to the top because what she's suing him for is a little bit different than the other ones. Because she's pretty much saying that because his position of power and fame and money and connections and all that, she felt like she had to keep working for him, which that's very sus and it's just bizarre. And she also abused him, accused him of sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and also she accused him of stopping her civil rights, her human rights. So I don't know if she's talking about living in the dark with the black furniture, or she's talking about seeing her parents. Who the hell? Like she's leaving that very open. So then, if she ever goes to court, she can just like fish for whatever, because you can see what a judge kind of wants to hear. Like, look what Amber did in the UK. I mean, it's not that hard, but I don't think she's going to win any of this. So this is dated May 18, 2021. For some reason, she had a lawyer in New York. Just saying that because that's strange. And that was Ashley Walters. That one day he gave her a job to, and she decided to do this 10 years later. And what's interesting about this one is that there was all the guys allegedly touching her, throwing her on the bed, like he bit her ear supposedly, and she's not suing the other ones. So she's not saying that she wants um, to be vindicated by the other ones too. So there's more than one guy. She never said that he forced her to take her shirt off. It doesn't say that he forced her to wear the jacket. It doesn't say that he forced her to get naked. She could have used those words, but she didn't. The only time that she talks about force is when she talks about he threw her on the bed. It doesn't come to my head because I keep doing it in my head, and I'm thinking. But she said in my first part of my first video is that throw her on the bed, pin her arms to the bed, like got on her. And this is a guy who she's saying, everybody's saying that was always drunk and high. Right? So he's just that. He's like so okay that he can do this. Did this, pin her to the thing, pin her to the bed, try to kiss her, and she went like this. And then she escaped. And in that moment that she escaped, she didn't try to get through the door and just go through the gate and go to the liquor store. No, she stayed. And that was the moment that she could have kind of throw more glitter on the filing and just say something else, like he chased her down the hallway or something. So she managed to just escape the kissing or whatever he was trying to do to her allegedly. Listen, like I know what that is. There's like a mile away. There's a well, the liquor store is understairs. There's two gas stations. There's one 7-Eleven and one gas station, like really in the corner. And less than a mile away, or approximately a mile away, you can walk. There's a police station. So I mean, I think my theory is that this didn't happen, and if some of it happened, she was too messed up to go to the police station and file anything because she knew that she was too messed up. That she didn't even know what the hell was going on. That's what I think. The parking lot was locked. It's not that weird here because it's kind of dangerous. So for a parking space to be locked from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m., That was actually a good thing. It could be like from like 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. So that doesn't make sense. What she's trying to say that he was with malice and he was malicious about it and had an alternative motive when he said, hey, park there, leave your car there. I think he was trying to help her. If we believe that happened, I think some of it happened, and I think the beginning of it happened. Like they started working together, taking pictures of each other. Manson has always been taking pictures of women, you know, and it wasn't a big deal until now. So that's what I really think, and what other people think. I wish that I'm not going to mention people, the big boys were covering this, but they just simply don't care. And also, they either don't care or they're scared because it's politically incorrect to talk about this stuff, or because it's sticky subject. You don't want to think, imagine your sister, or your mom, or your girlfriend going through this. So it's hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about for me too. But you know what's harder? To kind of sit on it and be like, well, it is what it is, especially after what happened with Amber and Johnny. So it's going to take some time, but all of it in time is going to be dismissed. That's what I think. Anyway, trying to do less than an hour. Yeah. Um, if you made it this far, I love you. And please, I probably do. And this is Lily. She's out of control because it's midnight. They were not in bed. She's very confused. What's going on? I'm making a video. I know. You got big drama going on. Anyway, just go look at my last video, which is the first part, because it's 80 items, and I read half and half of Ashley, and it's just bizarre to me. It's an episode of X Files, pretty much, mixed with the Twilight Zone, mixed with Lord of the Rings. I don't know. This guy's like Dracula or something. I mean, like seriously, it's just allegedly he was a pimp. He has gang affiliations. He got into her Facebook and her Twitter, allegedly. Yeah, I don't think none of that happened. So anyway, thank you for watching and take care. Make good choices and don't believe everything. Thank you.